Welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today we're going to do another ship rundown for the Esperia Prowler. So this is a really cool looking ship, one of the coolest that they've designed. They've got a lot of them now, thankfully. Been waiting on this one for quite some time, as a lot of other people have as well. As you can take your first look at it here in the hangar bay of New Babbage. I have New Babbage footage coming your way in a day or two. We'll see. I also have some prison gameplay that I would love to bring you guys in the coming future this week sometime. So you will get to check all of that interesting, cool stuff out. But first, the Esperia Prowler. So what do they have written up on that? Well, it's named after the UPE military designation. The UPE was the United Planets of Earth. That was before the United Earth Empire. So it was what was in place for the first Tevarin War, and then the second Tevarin War ended up becoming the UEE. But anyway, so it was named after what they called it. It's a modernized version of the infamous Tevarin armored personnel carrier. So Esperia's astro engineers were given unmitigated access to study anything and everything about this ship when it was discovered in the Cabal system. So they were able to meticulously reconstruct every aspect of the ship. Now the Prowler is the perfect fusion between two cultures. The elegance and effectiveness of the Tevarin War Machine combined with the reliability of modern human technology. So they were able to take some of the old stuff and some of the new stuff and combine them so that humans could use them, and so that they would be even more effective than they were originally. So these ships were designed to sneak in and drop off personnel and then get out unseen, undetected, and they were very effective at it. They were able to take down several UPE capital ships by coming in close to the surface of the planets. As you'll see, there are some different these little circular things. Those are repulsors. Gravlev, kind of like what you would see on a dragonfly, and they're able to use those to skim across the surface of, well, whatever, but mostly like a capital ship under very low power to maintain the stealth signature. And then they would open those doors on the side and drop off troops. They would jump out and then assault the capital ship before anybody would even know what was going on or that there was enemy Tevarin on board. They were highly effective at doing that several times. So this ship has a minimum crew of 2, which would be the co-pilot and the pilot. It also has a max crew of 2, but it will carry 16 dropship Marines, whatever you want to call them, combat troops. So it's got plenty of room for a lot of personnel. I plan on using this in the Texas Space Navy, hopefully in some upcoming videos after 3.9 launches, maybe on an org night. It'll be really cool dropping in and unloading all of our guys behind this. So hopefully we'll get some really good footage of that. This ship is 34 meters long, 33 wide, and 15 tall. It's considered a medium-sized ship, so kind of like a Freelancer size, so it looks bigger than what a Freelancer is. As far as hard points, that's what everybody really likes to know. You know, what kind of weapons does it have? As you can see, the interior here is really cool. I like this red styling with all these red bars and stuff. As you can see, the co-pilot seat here. I kind of like flying from the co-pilot seat more than the pilot seat, and there is definitely a bug in the pilot seat that I need to send in to the issue council. Won't really go too much into that right now, but yeah, just know if you've got one of these, the pilot seat is bugged at the moment. It'll work for a little bit and then you can't see anything. You have to fly in third person, so never fun. So yeah, the hard points. It's got 2 size 5 guns, but right now there's only size 4s installed. Kind of a shame, but you can upgrade that to a size 5. I think they're gimbaled, so you know that's not too bad. I need to play with it and make sure. And then the turret, it's actually got 2 size 5 turrets as well. And they have 1 gun each on it, and that's a remote turret. But you can fire all of them You can fire all of them at the same time from the pilot seat, which is really nice to have. You don't have to enter a remote turret or anything. It'll let you fly it. Thing has a slew of maneuvering thrusters. It looks like 20 fixed maneuvering thrusters. It's got 2 main thrusters and 2 Vtol thrusters. Small computers. Let's see. 2 small computers, 1 small radar, 2 medium power plants, 2 medium coolers, 2 small shield generators, which is kind of sucky, but it is what it is, I guess. 2 small fuel tanks, intakes. That's intakes and tanks. It's kind of late doing this video, sorry. So I'm slurring some words. I'm getting a little tired. A small quantum drive, a small jump module, so it's jump capable, thank goodness, and a small quantum fuel tank. So I don't know how far it'll go within a system. I did not check that out for this video. We will definitely let you know more as we play with it a little bit more. But it's a really cool ship. I am digging the way it looks. Flies pretty well considering. As you can see, I'm leaving from the spaceport at New Babbage. Again, that's something some footage I plan on bringing you guys so that you can see New Babbage in all its glory. I even ran naked through the snow, so I might bring you that video as well. As you can see, this is the Vtol configuration of the ship, where the wings down. If you pull up the landing gear, it'll bring up the wings. You can also use the J button. What that will do, I'll show you later in the video, the feathers on the wings, when you're in the downward position, the landing gear down position, will spread out. That's to protect the guys jumping out of the doors that are protected by the air shields. Air shields were a technology that the Tevarin had that humans didn't. So that's one of the, I guess, spoils of war that humans got when they defeated the Tevarin, were that they could discover these air shields and they were able to use those on later ships. Probably like on the Bengal carrier. Most of the ships in the game right now, I think all the ships in the game, do not use air shields. This is the first ship in the game that is utilizing that technology. As you can see, the front panel there's no glass in the front. That is a bunch of screens, like monitors, like what you're watching this on most likely. Maybe your phone, who knows. But it's a bunch of them put together to form these seamless or somewhat seamless screens that you can see out of. So Tevarin did this on purpose so that nobody could target the cockpit of the ship. Both the pilot and co-pilot have screens like this. There is no glass in the front, so you can't really pinpoint exactly where they are piloting from. Though we could definitely try to do that in the future. I'm not sure I like the back end of this ship when flight, but the ship altogether is pretty cool. And like I said, it flies fairly well. As we're going to fly over the monorail system that takes you, or the hyperloop system, whatever you want to call this thing, this train moves fast from the main New Babbage area, the Commons, all the way to the spaceport. The thing just books it. It is super fast. And definitely looking forward to showing you that video as well. As you have a close-up on the front end of the ship, that looks like a little beak. You can see the little wings there. This thing definitely looks like a bird of some kind, some sort of predator type bird. Which makes sense because the Tevarin are a bird-like species, very closely related to them. And so their ships, yeah, why not look like that? Pretty sweet, if you ask me. As you can see, the monorail is still moving down below. One thing I noticed when I was driving across the ice in Rover earlier is you can see the water underneath. It's like waves moving underneath the ice. Very, very cool little added graphics that they've done here at New Babbage. Now this ship, you wouldn't think would be able to fit through the main building there in Microtech. I call it the main building. It's like the center building of the town here. But I was able to fly it through with very little problems, thankfully, because I was sweating bullets a little bit here. As I approached it, I was like, man, I don't know if this thing's gonna fit. I was doing a live stream for Discord for the org mates and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you'll fit," and somebody else is like, "No, you won't fit." So pretty interesting, and it was kind of entertaining doing that. And of course, when we get to space, we can actually start looking at some of the moons around Microtech. I will give you a full in-depth view of the Microtech system or planetary system here in the not so distant future. Well, it may be a little bit further away because it's not a huge priority for me right now with all the other videos I would like to do for you guys. But that is definitely on the list of videos that I need to get done. Microtech has 3 moons. So we will visit those moons, and I will give you a little bit more of a rundown on each and every one of them. I've also visited a few sites on those moons and on Microtech itself. Now that New Babbage is in the game, you have actual landing areas outside of New Babbage on Microtech. There's even a Shubin mining there. I did not get a chance to find out what they sell there because I took the Prowler there and not a mining ship or a cargo ship. So that is on the radar as well. I want to take a cargo vessel there to see what I can buy and transport. And this is an awesome quantum effect. I really like this. This is probably my favorite, though the Xi'an one is pretty cool as well. This one's pretty radical. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think I like this one more than the others on the quantum effects. More than the Banu, more than the Xi'an, definitely more than the human one. The human one's lame compared to all these. You get another view here of this really cool ship. It's supposed to have special shields because the Tevarin had, that was another thing that they had, not just the air shields, but they had special type of shields. Of course, they call the manufacturers, they're using shimmers right now, but in lore they had these shields that were kind of like the best way I understand it is like a pinpoint system, and it was able to like you could okay, I'm getting attacked from the right, so they could move the shields over there, and the shields would be extraordinarily strong in that area where the shots were coming in, but they would be weaker in other areas, I believe. I think that's how it worked. If any of you guys have ever read the Robotech series of books or watched the cartoon, the anime, you would kind of know it's kind of like the point defense system that they have, where they were moving the little shield dots all over the ship to try to keep shots from coming in, missiles and laser bolts and stuff like that. That's what I kind of think or envision the Prowler's shield technology to be. But right now in the game, it's just the shimmers, which is a stealth shield. So this ship is supposed to be really good at stealth. I don't know. We're going to have to test the cross-section part of it to find out how stealthy it is without power going. Theoretically, it can run on the Gravlev system, so I don't know how much power it needs for that. That's something else that's going to have to be tested out in the future. Sorry, I'm yawning because, again, I am tired. It is after midnight with me doing this video. I want to get it out to you guys in the morning. I did a video last night for you guys. It's pretty entertaining about the 890 jump and getting revenge for my brethren 890 jumps, or its brethren 890 jumps. It was pretty funny and entertaining to say the least. So make sure you check that video out as well. But yeah, this ship is really cool, and it's going to serve a major purpose as far as protecting your troops going into battle in any combat zone, and especially if you're going to be the kind of group that wants to take over bigger ships like capital ships and stuff. You should be able to use this ship to sneak up on them, provided that escorts aren't able to spot you visually or with sensors. Again, it's designed to be able to evade some of those sensors and get in close so that you can make a drop off of your troops. Which reminds me of another video that I have in store for you guys here this week about stealth insertions doing different missions and stuff. I'll be glad to show you that one, and I will. Now, this thing does seem a little flimsy, especially on this landing. Now, you know, the landing's not great. I was suffering all sorts of lag. I don't know if that's because it was the PTU. You know, they were having server issues, or I don't know if it's because I was streaming on Discord at the time and recording. But I had some lag that was kind of vicious at times. As you can see, the damage is done. I don't know how that right wing is even on at all, but we lost the engine over there, and it didn't really affect the flight mechanics so much. And as you can see, here's the bug. I can't see anything out the front view screen of the pilots. I guess maybe because of the damage? I didn't think about that before, but maybe the damage caused the flight screen to fail. So I'm going to go down to the co-pilot seat and fly from there. And again, I feel like the co-pilot seat is kind of a cooler place to fly from. Now, you can't see anything out the view screens here, but you do get the HUD, and you can tell, you know, where I'm at from the HUD. There is a little bit to see off the right side, and you can see the lasers being fired. Because I wanted to test those out. You know, I did not know I could fire all 4 until, of course, I tried. I think these things will pack a huge punch, especially if you can fit 4 size 5 fixed guns on there. This thing is going to be super nasty. If you have to shoot a fighter or two, they're not going to survive getting hit by all 4 of those size 5s. I don't think there's a fighter in the game that would survive that. They will be devastating and really, really cool. So I can't wait to test that out when they actually fix the fixed guns. And as you can see here, we're flying back to Microtech. We're going to go to Shubin Mining and check it out and repair the ship as well. This time we'll come in for a much softer, steadier, better landing. So guys, I really do appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to watch these videos lately. Thank you so much. Thank you to my Patreons. You guys know who you are. I need to put your names up here in the front of the video or the back of the video. I want to get you guys listed on here for an appreciation at the least. Thank you to my YouTube members. You guys are awesome as well. I don't know how to say thank you enough. I know I say that every video, but I mean it. I thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how any other way to say it to make it more impactful than I can. As you can see, I repaired the engine there. It just showed up out of nowhere. And we'll also open up the outsides and stuff for the air shields for you here. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers. Maybe by the time this video posts we will be, but I will announce a giveaway once we hit 2,000 subscribers. It's going to be 2 giveaways, and you guys will have a full week to leave comments on videos from that week, from when that starts onward. And anybody that leaves a comment there will be eligible to win one of those 2 giveaways. So keep that in mind. The giveaway will last a week, and then I will announce a winner, and you'll have a week to claim your prize. Well, both winners will. If you win one, you're not going to be able to win the other. I think that's just fair. You're not going to be able to get more than 1 entry, but please leave comments on the videos. I do appreciate each and every one of you that do, and I do try to respond as much as I can to each one. I can't always do it because you know, time commitments and whatnot. I'm lucky to get these videos out right now because time commitments are very tight, but I absolutely want to. I have to. You know, I like doing this, and I hope you guys like the videos as well. If you're looking for an org, my org is Texas. We do all sorts of org events every weekend. Every Saturday night we do an org event, and you guys are welcome to join us. If you want to join the org, that information is going to be down below in the description. As you can see, this medieval torture device that they call a jump seat in the Tevarin Prowler here. Again, there's 16 seats in here. Not all of them are standing up like this, but I think there's 2 per rack here of standing seats. It's kind of cool, actually, but it looks like a medieval torture device to me. But yeah, the org information is down below. If you're new to the game and this game looks really cool to you, by the way, it really is cool, and you want to join the game, use my referral code down below when you buy your first game package, and you'll get 5,000 bonus credits for doing that. I'd love to get more referrals. I'm only at 31 at the moment, and I'm trying to get to 1,042. So all the help I can get would be much appreciated. And yeah, tell me what you think about this ship. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. What do you like? What do you not like? As you can see, the feathers pushing apart there to protect anybody that's landing. And then, of course, I'm going to put it back in the flying configuration. Now, something else that was really cool here, I'm going to show you at the end, is the Self-Destruct. I wanted to see what this thing looked like when it blew up. That was partially why I was testing this. But as you'll see, the Self-Destruct actually lasted quite a while before it did blow up, at least 30 seconds. But I like the little green flames and stuff. I think that was really cool. CIG did really well with the explosion for it. So our Discord information is listed there. Check out Deckside on Twitch. He's one of my leaders in the org. That information's there. Check out Gaston Bros on YouTube. He's a funny dude, and he's got some pretty cool videos as well. Thank you once again. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you guys out in the verse.